Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of our podcast. Today we have the following story. This is a funny story, a trip to the supermarket. Are you ready? Let's go. Today was a sunny morning, and I decided it was a good time to go shopping, so I grabbed my shopping list, picked up my reusable bags, and left my house, walking down the street toward the supermarket, feeling happy and ready to buy the things I needed for the week. And when I arrived at the supermarket, I took a shopping cart and walked through the automatic doors, smiling at the security guard who stood by the entrance. And the first thing I did was go to the produce section where there were so many colorful fruits and vegetables. I picked up some red apples, a bunch of bananas, a few oranges, and some green grapes. I also chose 2 tomatoes, a cucumber, and a small bag of baby carrots. Then I moved on to the bread aisle because I needed a loaf of whole wheat bread, and while I was there, I also grabbed a bag of bagels because I love to have them for breakfast with cream cheese. After that I remembered I needed some dairy products, so I went to the refrigerated section where I found milk, yogurt, and cheese. I picked a gallon of low-fat milk, a pack of strawberry yogurt cups, and a small block of cheddar cheese, and as I placed them in my cart, a woman next to me smiled and said, "Good choice on the cheese, it's my favorite too," and I smiled back and said, "Thank you. I hope it tastes as good as it looks," and we both laughed a little before going on our ways. Next I needed some eggs, so I went to the eggs section, carefully checked the cartons to make sure none were broken, and selected a dozen large brown eggs, placing them gently on top of the other items in my cart. I checked my list again and saw that I also needed pasta, so I went to the pasta aisle, looking at all the different kinds. I decided on spaghetti because it is easy to cook and very tasty, and I also grabbed a jar of marinara sauce to go with it. Then I thought about snacks because sometimes I like to have something quick to eat, so I picked up a bag of potato chips and a box of chocolate chip cookies, remembering to treat myself a little. After that I realized I needed some cleaning supplies, so I walked to that section and picked up a bottle of dish soap, a pack of sponges, and a roll of paper towels, and while I was there, I also grabbed a small bottle of hand sanitizer because it is always good to have some. As I pushed my cart toward the frozen food section, I remembered I wanted to buy some frozen vegetables, so I chose a bag of mixed vegetables with carrots, peas, corn, and green beans. Then I saw the ice cream freezer and decided to buy a small tub of vanilla ice cream as a special treat for the weekend. After getting all the items on my list, I made my way to the checkout lanes where there were a few people waiting in line. I chose the lane with the shortest line and waited patiently. While waiting, I arranged the items in my cart to make it easier for the cashier to scan them. When it was my turn, the cashier, a young man with a friendly smile, greeted me with a cheerful, "Hello, how are you today?" And I answered, "I'm good, thank you, how are you?" And he said, "I'm doing great, thanks for asking." Then he started scanning my items one by one, and we chatted a little about the weather, how nice it was outside, and how busy the store was today. After all the items were scanned, he told me the total amount, and I took out my wallet, paid with my credit card, and thanked him. He smiled and said, "Have a great day," and I said, "You too." "Thank you." Before pushing my cart toward the exit, on the way out, I passed by a small flower stand near the entrance and decided to buy a small bouquet of yellow flowers to brighten up my kitchen. The woman selling the flowers smiled warmly and said, "These are fresh from the farm this morning," and I said, "They are beautiful, I'll take this one," paying her with some cash and carefully placing the flowers in one of my reusable bags. After that I walked back home, enjoying the fresh air and the warm sunshine, thinking about how nice it was to do simple things like going to the supermarket, buying food, and having small friendly conversations with people. When I got home, I unloaded my bags onto the kitchen counter, putting the cold items into the refrigerator and the pantry items into the cupboards, feeling proud that I had bought everything I needed and even a few extra treats. I arranged the yellow flowers in a small vase with water and placed them in the middle of the kitchen table, admiring how they made the room look so much happier, and then I sat down with a glass of cold water, feeling relaxed and thankful for the little things in life, like a good day of shopping, a sunny walk, and the chance to meet kind people along the way, thinking that sometimes, the simplest days are the best days. So, we have reached the end of our story today. Thank you very much for being with me until now. See you in the next episode.